that bit do? Oh my god. Did you know it did that?
No.
Well, hi guys, welcome back to A Bus and Beyond, and today we've got something pretty special actually. Huge thank you to Holly and her family for letting us film this. They'll be taking delivery very, very soon. But this is the Dreamer Family Van Select, and it's got some really cool features inside. So let's take a real good look around this. So starting at the front, it's based on the Fiat Ducato chassis. This is a 2.3 litre diesel with a 140 brake horsepower engine. I don't know if you can hear Harvey in the background playing in his playpen. So let's work our way down the driver's side. I really like the dark grey finish on this particular one. It's also got a high top. It's much higher than usual Fiat Ducato vans, and that gives much more headroom inside, which we'll have a look at later. Nice alloy wheels fitted to this. As we move further back, we've got a large sliding door which gives you access into the habitation area, and there's a nice big opening window with privacy glass as well, and that's got blinds which we'll see inside. Above the sliding door you've got a nice big awning light which gives plenty of light at night time, and also an electronic step that winds out when you need access into the van. As we move further back, we've got Dreamer decals on the side, and also this is where you fill up your fresh water tank as well. Once you get round to the back, you can really see the height of this van. It's huge, it's so tall. It's 6 meters long in length, so it's not too long actually. It's quite compact. It's just got plenty of height on it. Both opening doors, obviously barn style doors, and then a couple of smaller opening windows at the back as well, which are also tinted. As we work our way down the passenger side, so loud. As we work our way down the passenger side, is he doing it on purpose? He's waiting for me. As we work our way down the passenger side, you've got the two vents for the fridge, so it must have a nice tall fridge inside. This is the access to the cassette toilet, so you just open that and you take the cassette out and empty the loo. You've got the vent for the Truma boiler, which will provide hot water and also the heating inside. And then you can also see where the hookup cable plugs in as well. So if you're on site, that's how you get your 230 volt supply into the van through there. Another nice big opening window, again, privacy glass, and then access into the passenger side of the actual van compartment. Now, as I said at the start, it's got some really neat features inside, so let's take a look inside.
So, welcome to the inside, and we will start at the front. As we said before, this is a Fiat Ducato, so it's standard Fiat Ducato interior dashboard. You've got a sat-nav here, DAB radio. It's also an automatic. This is a 9-speed automatic, so it should drive pretty nicely. Moving back, you've got captain's chairs at the front. Now these are done in a lovely upholstery. Seems to be part leather, part fabric. It also comes with the lovely Dreamer decal on the headrest. Then you've got this really big table in the middle here. Now this does actually move about just to make things a bit easier. There is actually plenty of space though here for sitting and eating, and then for the people sat across from you. Obviously you probably would want it moved that way a bit to let everyone eat. But there is also a nice L-shaped sofa here, which is pretty cool. But then you've also got this extra seat in front of the door. So I'm sat here in one of the seat belted seats. Now, because I said it was an L-shaped sofa earlier, there is actually a piece that you can remove. This piece here. and then there's a board here that folds down, and it does actually make 2 seat-belted seats. But the party trick is there's actually 5 seat-belted seats here. So there is actually another seat in the back that unfolds that you put onto this seat here next to the door. Now it is actually rear facing. It's probably not as comfortable as these seats, for example. However, that's pretty good that you get 5 seats in a van this size. That's pretty unusual. Now one thing I really like about this is how light and airy it is. It feels lovely in here. So there's these lovely lights above your head. You've also got them around the windows here too. You've also got blackout blinds and fly screens on this quite big window here. There's also plenty of storage above the dining area. Now you've also got speakers here too, but one thing I would say is, because it's a family van, in all likelihood you're going to want a TV in here just to keep the kids entertained for a while, and there is plenty of space for a TV. Now another feature to make sure that it has lots of storage is there's actually storage underneath those 2 seat-belted seats there, but there's also a huge gas locker for 2 gas bottles right here under this seat in the door. So you access it from the outside. It's got big straps to keep the gas bottles nice and secure whilst you're travelling. He's actually laughing. I thought he was choking, but he's just laughing at himself. Or maybe me, I don't know. Also, you'll see here this has the bracket for the 5th seat, so that slots right into here. Now I'm 5'8", which means head height is slightly limited in here. However, for very good reason. Check this out. So the bed is huge actually. It's a really good size. It looks really cozy actually, really comfy. There's also a nice curtain here so you can shut people out if you want to. If it's a family van, you're probably going to want to. There's a net as well to stop people from falling out.
Who's a net?
Hey! Worst joke ever. And one thing I really like is the fact that it's got a lovely skylight just above the bed. So this is the 5th bed set up, and it looks the size to be like a double, which is almost like you could have 6 people in here. However, I would say this bit seems a bit redundant. So you're kind of stopping people getting in and out of the van. So you could get rid of this bit, get rid of the slats, and just use this bit here as a single bed, and I think that would work quite well, because then people could still get in and out of the van, because bear in mind you've still got 2 people sleeping up there and 2 at the back. They might want to get out of the van whilst you're still in bed in the morning, so I think that would be a better idea. Now we move to the kitchen and the bathroom area. Now on my left is an exceptionally clever bathroom. So it's a sliding door, there's a huge mirror next to me as well, but you go in, it looks a really nice bathroom, really crisp, clean. I like the sink. Everything seems to be in its place. The shower seems really cool, but one thing that always bothers me is the fact that there's water everywhere, all over the toilet and that kind of thing. Not in this van. You pull this door here and it makes a sealed shower unit. So you're not going to get your toilet roll wet, you're not going to get any of that wet. It just seals it off, and that way you don't have to spend ages drying the whole unit afterwards. Very, very clever. Now there's much better headroom in the kitchen area, and that's because you haven't got a bed above your head in this area, which means you can get extra storage like this locker up here. And there's also more storage for all your spices and tins and things like that. That's above the kitchen. You've also got your standard, actually big sink, really big sink, plus prep area and a 2-hob burner. Underneath you've got a drawer. Now that's actually got a central locking system as well, so all the drawers will lock at the same time. It's nice actually to just have one thing to turn, because the amount of times that we've set off on journeys and realised that one drawer is still open, so having one that covers them all is a really good idea. So straight underneath the sink you actually have cutlery space and space for some pots and things. Then there's another long unit here for all your cereals and all sorts of things like that. Then what I like to see is you've got an oven here, because who doesn't want pizza whilst they're away? Then another big drawer down at the bottom. You've also got 3-pin plug here, plus a 12 volt and your switches for the lights. As usual, they've made the most of every little bit of space. So you've got a bit of shoe storage here at the side. It's always useful right next to the door, but also another bit that pops out, and you've got some extra room in the kitchen. You're really not lacking in storage in this van. There is a huge wardrobe in here, which is almost full length. There's also the storage for the board that would go under the 5th travel seat, so that you actually have something to put your feet on. There's more storage at the top of this wardrobe too, and another huge drawer underneath it. If we look on the other side, there is this fridge that Sean mentioned earlier about the 2 vents. Well, it is a very big fridge with a quite small freezer unit in the top here, but enough to store your ice cream in and your pizzas. And then above that again, there is another locker with more storage in. And finally, the party piece is the fact that it has twin bunks at the back. So this is really good if you've got a couple of kids and they want their own space, which I imagine they probably do, especially as they're getting older. You can actually they can shut themselves off with the curtain, which is very nice. So they can have their own little bit of space back here. They've even got extra storage back here for all their little things. And underneath, this is where that 5th chair is stored whilst you're driving along. This is great. Kids will love this.
Now Lizzie's just mentioned about the bunk beds, but that's not all there is back here. You've actually got quite a versatile space at the back here. Yes, you can use them as 2 bunk beds, and they've got plenty of head height. Obviously you'd remove this seat out of the way if you were actually using this as a bed. But you've got 2 decent sized beds, but you have a garage space at the bottom here, which is all nicely, it's got like a checker plate flooring, which gives it plenty of protection. They've got an outlet for a hot and cold shower in the back here, and there's even a heating vent in here as well. You can remove that board at the back there if you want to put long items in, so paddle boards or kayaks or anything like that. These beds, you've got like a little window that you can use if you want to put tall items in there, or you can remove this completely and have a huge space for, I don't know, you might be able to fit a bike in there. But not only can you remove that one, you can also lift that one up and buckle it up well out of the way. Yes, you'd have to obviously store these items whilst you're away. You've just got much more versatile space. Maybe if you want to use this at home just to move house or anything like that, you've got plenty of space inside here. There's a couple of windows at the back with, again, blinds and fly screens, and they also both open. But yeah, it's a versatile space back here. It's good.
Top this fan off, there is also a camping control unit where you can see battery, fresh and grey water levels, and work the boiler to heat your hot water. There's also a separate Truma control unit where you can set the temperature for the blown air heating system. So what do you think of this exceptionally clever 5-seat-belted 5-berth camper van? For 6 metres it fits a heck of a lot of stuff in it. I just want to say a huge thank you to Holly and family for letting us see their van before they even picked it up, which is really sweet of them. Also a huge thank you to Harbour Creek for letting us film on location here. It has been really useful. So if you're interested in a van like the Dreamer family van, come down to Harbour Creek. They'll be more than happy to help you out, show you around. They've got epic amounts of vans here and a stupid amount of knowledge about all of them. It's pretty impressive. So head on down to Harbour Creek to have a look at them. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, helps us look at more vans like this and all sorts like it. We've got plenty more coming up for you, and I think we're finally going travelling soon. So please subscribe, follow us on that journey, and we will see you all very, very soon. Cheers. I just want to say a huge thank